Well, hello. You are hiking with Jenny on the Appalachian Trail. Today's a 84, and I just left the Raven Rock shelter. And I'm getting a very early start this morning. I left at 5:38. Definitely my earliest start yet. And the reason why is because I am attempting a 24-mile day. And I'm expecting it to take at least 12 hours to do it. So I am going to be hiking to Route 30, where I can hopefully get picked up and go to the Super 8 in Chambersburg, where I'm staying tonight. Today we will be crossing into Pennsylvania, which is huge. Another state will be down. And I decided I needed to give myself plenty of time to do today's hike because yesterday took so much out of me. I got to camp and barely had time to cook before it was just pitch black, and I was eating dinner and doing all my camp chores in the dark, which I don't like. When I was looking at the map earlier, the terrain seemed better, but with how it was yesterday, I just don't trust it. I feel like you never can tell on the map when something is really rocky. It just doesn't show it. And if the difference between it just being like soft dirt and it being rocky can make all the difference in your speed. So I think that's a big part of why yesterday just took me so long to get the same amount of miles done as I did the other day. This trail we're starting out with today isn't bad, but yesterday it was just covered in rocks, and you had to watch your footing and it was a real test of your ankles, because like if you step on a rock funny, your foot is now in a weird angle, and so now your ankles have to work extra hard to keep yourself stable. And so I was having to do that with almost every step. So it was taking me a really long time to do that. And even like still, like, I mean, I at this point feel like I have my trail legs, so like my legs are able to keep up with it, but it's just like the impact on your feet and ankles, I don't think I was really prepared for. That does make me a little nervous about Pennsylvania, because I know Pennsylvania has a reputation for being extremely rocky. I am entering Penmar Park. This is a park that borders both Pennsylvania and Maryland. And I'm going to take a break here because I didn't actually eat breakfast yet. Looks like this sign was made when the trail was still only 2,000 miles. It's a bit different now. There's bathrooms and trash cans and a water fountain and a covered picnic area. This is a great place to take a break. And it's so nice to be in a park like this when there's nobody else around. So I just spent an hour there having breakfast and doing all the chores that I missed this morning. We are about to cross the Mason-Dixon line, so we're going to be entering Pennsylvania. So I'm about 6 miles into this 24-mile day. So I just need to do that 3 more times. The thought just occurred to me, if I can maintain a good pace, then today might be my first 12 before 12, which is 12 miles before 12 o'clock. That would be really cool. That looks like the border. I'm back in the north! This reminds me of a couch we used to have, both in look and feel. So I'm gonna be in Pennsylvania for the next, I don't know, 260 miles or something like that. So I'll be here for a little while. And they say that the northern half is very rocky. And from what I heard, it's worse than what I just went through the other day in Maryland. So that should be fun. I might need to give myself extra time to go through that section. But so far this has been nice. I'm going to spare you the imagery, but I just ran into a dead animal in the middle of the trail. And it scared the crap out of me. So I'm just going to carefully walk around it. I think it's a possum. Or something like a possum, I don't know. But it looked like it was recently deceased. Whew. Route 16 was a very sketchy road crossing. It's probably the longest I've waited at a road crossing yet. Probably at least 3 to 4 minutes. Well, it's 12 o'clock and I didn't exactly hit 12 before 12, but I did hit 11 and a half, which is still a record for me, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, I'm hoping I can still get to the road by 6, which I think is pretty reasonable. I feel good. I'm actually kind of surprised, but today's been actually pretty smooth. Fingers crossed, but it's been a lot better than yesterday was. This is what a lot of today's trail has been like. It's been dirt instead of rocks, and nothing too steep so far. So it's great. This is Old Forge Park, and there's a little water spigot in this building here, and looks like some porta potties and a few picnic tables. So I'm gonna take my lunch here. Alright, good lunch break, water topped up, ready to get back on the trail. Got 10.6 miles left on the day, and we're going to be starting with a bit of a climb. Now we're going to climb up to a ridge, and then it looks like we're pretty much up on that ridge for most of the day, and then we go back down. So looks not too bad, actually. This privy has a doorbell on it. Nothing happened. I'm climbing up to Chimney Rock. I was also told not to skip this by someone at the trailhead. It's very green. Whew. I got sweat pouring. That's the most I've sweat, I think, in a while. I forgot to mention there was a couple that were hiking up to Chimney Rocks when I was, and they gave me 2 chocolate chip cookies. That was really nice. Got 5 miles left to the day, and it looks like it's mostly downhill. I sent out texts to 3 different shuttle drivers. I'm about 2 hours from the road crossing, so I'm hoping that if I text 3 people with enough notice, somebody will be able to get me. If not, there might be Uber there. So we'll see. Fingers crossed that this doesn't end in calamity. What kind of snake is that? I've never seen a snake like that. Okay, that is a copperhead snake. I don't know anything about those, but it sounds scary. So, I'm just gonna carefully, I guess, go around it. I don't know. Okay. Alright. It perked up a little bit, but I don't think I aggravated it. Woo! Wow! So I just looked up what a copperhead was, because I've never seen them up where I live. And they are venomous, so that was my first venomous snake that I've probably ever seen in the wild. And I guess their venom is relatively mild compared to other venomous snakes, but probably still don't want to get bit by one. So I heard back from 2 out of the 3 potential shuttle drivers, and both are out of town right now. And the 3rd, I don't have much hope for, because it's been over half an hour since I texted. So I figure the longer the wait, the least likely they probably are available to help. But I will try Uber when I get closer. I am no longer worried about getting a ride, because it looks like there are a lot of Ubers in Chambersburg. So one of them will be able to get me, I'm sure. So that's a bit of a relief. I made it 24 miles. This is my longest day yet. I mean, my most miles I've ever done in a day. It feels really good. I feel good. Yesterday, compared to this, yesterday was so much more exhausting. Today was fine. So I called an Uber, and I'm just waiting for them to arrive. I'm so excited. So this hotel is right next to a McDonald's, so I went ahead and I got a 10-piece nugget meal. I got a triple cheeseburger and an Oreo McFlurry.